very well. In today's video I'm going to talk about my newest tattoo that I got done by Danny Cuepo. I still don't know how to say his name. And it exceeded all my expectations. It was just beyond what I ever expected. I knew that Danny would be able to smash this tattoo. He does amazing pin-up tattoos and that's why I went to him. I've been looking for a tattoo artist that could do pin-up tattoos for quite a while now. It's sort of always in the back of my mind, and then I saw Danny do a carnival pin-up tattoo and I put it in one of my monthly favourites video and I was just like, oh my god, this is just so cool. And then I ended up just emailing him and I was like, okay, so I want a pin-up tattoo. I want her to be holding a piece of pizza. I said I wanted her to be wearing vintage underwear. And I sort of just let him have free reign. That's what I like tattoo artists to do. I like them to have their own creative flair because then it makes it even more unique. And I don't know, I'm a bit of a collector. I like unique pieces from tattoo artists that I really, really love. I booked the appointment quite far in advance. I think I booked it in March this year. It may have been April. I'm not entirely sure, but it was like March, April time. And I got the tattoo done in June. So it wasn't too far in advance, I don't believe. But I definitely booked it. Might be in February, I don't remember. And then obviously June rolled around and I was just so excited. I actually barely slept that Friday night before I got tattooed. I got tattooed on the 17th of June. I barely slept that Friday. It was so bad, I'm not even joking. I was just so excited and I was just pumped, you know. I was like, yes, finally I'm gonna fill out that blank space on my arm. If you guys remember, I had like quite a big blank space where it was, so if I roll up my sleeve, these sleeves are so long. But if you remember, this whole space was so blank and it just didn't look right at all. That's the thing, if you're quite tattooed like me, you start to notice that the only thing that bugs you is blank space on your body. You start off with like, oh, I'll put a tattoo here, put a tattoo here. I don't want to go too crazy, but then the blank spaces start to piss you off. Let me know if you're like that at all. I'm starting to get that bug. I never really understood that when very heavily tattooed people said that. They'd be like, oh, blank spaces piss me off. I'd be like, well, I don't understand. That means you got more space for tattoos. But now I get it. Now I'm just like, okay, these blank spaces need to be filled out now. Let me know if you're like that. But yeah, like here she is. I'll obviously do a close up for you. There she is right there. She's massive. She's so much bigger than what I thought she would be. Because I said in the email I want her to be 6 inches long. This may even be 6 inches long, but it just looks so much bigger than what I thought it would be. When you showed me the drawing, I was like, in my head, I was just like, whoa, that's big. I was like, is that gonna fit on my arm? So when Saturday rolled around, I was so excited. I was pretty sleep deprived. But I was just so excited, like the excitement took over me. So Yasmin picked me up about 12ish, I believe, and then we headed to the train station. I vlogged the whole day, by the way, guys. If you haven't seen the vlog to this tattoo day, I'll leave it down below. But yeah, Yasmin picked me up, we went to the train station, got the train. It was so hot. It was unbelievably hot on this day, but again I was just so excited. I was just like, okay, it's hot but I'm excited. We got on the train, then we went on the tube to the destination where my tattoo was, and luckily there was a Nando's near it, so I was just like, oh, okay. So we had a Nando's. Again, I was just still really excited, and then we had to find a cash machine for me to take out money. Obviously with most tattoo studios you have to pay by money, like money. I don't really carry around money with me that often, maybe a bit of change here and there, but I don't carry around big wads of cash. I'm just not that person. And before a tattoo appointment I normally just get it out right before, because again I don't like carrying a lot of money around with me just in case. And it was in London, a part of London I've never been to before, so I wasn't sure what it was like or anything. It was a nice part of London. Well, I think it was alright. Yeah, so I don't like carrying a lot of money around with me. So I couldn't find a cash machine, so I had to like speed walk to find one, and I think I got to the appointment dead on 4. I always turn up to tattoo appointments like 15, 10, 20 minutes early. I'm that person that's like, hi, my appointment's in like 20 minutes, but don't mind me. Do you know what I mean? I'm just that person. I like to be early for tattoo appointments. I don't want to, you know, make an artist feel like I've cancelled on them or I haven't turned up, so that's why I always turn up early. I don't know, I'm just that person. So yeah, I turned up dead on 4. Luckily, I think Danny was still with a client anyway when I turned up, so it was all good. So I did, you know, did the usual. I filled out the form that you have to fill out before you get tattooed, and I saw Danny and he showed me the design, and I was just like, oh my god, that is so perfect. I was like, yes, 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 put it on my body now, give it to me. That needs to be on me for life. I'm obsessed. Like it, oh god, the design was just like, he sort of measured up my arm, he was like, where's this going? I was just like, on the back of my arm somewhere, you know. I was just pointing, I was just like, back here somewhere. he was like, cool, yeah, that's a perfect spot, it fits nicely. And then he was like, oh, do you want to come through? And we had our own little private room, and then I sort of got in there and he put all the stencil on and everything. He was like, oh, you can go grab your friend, because Yasmin was waiting in the entrance area, like the reception area, and she was happy and fine there. She had her own couch, she was sitting, she was chilling, like she was just like, as long as I'm not out in that heat, I don't give a fuck. She was happy, man. This is what I love about my best friend, like she don't give a shit. Like if I'm getting a tattoo for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, she don't give a shit. As long as it's cool and she can sit down and just do her thing on her phone or whatever, she don't give a shit. Like she's so chill. Bless up my best friend. So yeah, I said to Yasmin, oh, come into the room that I'm getting tattooed. Danny had his own room, we had our own like little private room type thing, and there was a chair there for Yasmin to just sit and chill, and she was underneath the air conditioning vent or air conditioning fan thing, so she was well happy. She was just like, bless Jesus, you know. That was great. So yeah, and then Danny put me on one of those like massage bed things, the tattoo bed things that are super uncomfortable but comfortable at the same time. I had a pillow this time. I've never had a pillow before, so I felt like I was having a luxurious tattoo session. It was very nice. I felt very blessed. So then he had my arm all twisted in so many directions, but my arm was pretty much like bent like this but high, and I was laying down, and it was just like, and I was full up as well, let me tell you that. I was so uncomfortable laying on that bed because I'd just eaten, and like laying on your stomach once you've just eaten is just like ugh. So I am so glad, because he was like, you know what, this isn't working, and then he put me on a chair. Yes, I was still sitting like this, my arm was bent backwards, but I was a bit more grateful that I was sitting up. And he sort of just went at it and did his thing, and he did the line work, and it was so smooth. Every time it was okay for me to sort of look, because he was quite high up here, so that like the tattoo's like right here, so he's quite close to my face, so anytime he was sort of away I would look and I'd literally scream. I was like I kept making these annoying girly noises. I was just like, oh my god, you know, some people fangirl over handbags, I just fangirl over tattoos, like that's just who I am. He was really quick at what he was doing. I think the tattoo in total took an hour and a half up to nearly 2 hours, but it didn't take that long. It might have even been under an hour and a half. I wasn't entirely sure. I wasn't really clock watching or anything. But he absolutely smashed it. He did such a good job. There's so much good saturation in there. It's healed up so well. Oh my god, it's healed up so well and so quickly as well. It normally takes me nearly like 3 weeks for a tattoo to heal for me. I've healed under 2 weeks, which is just unheard of for me. I normally take a while. I think it's to do with like how pale I am. I don't know, my skin's a bit of a like fussy sometimes. I don't have sensitive skin, but it's kind of fussy, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's a drama queen now and then, you know how it is. So yeah, the whole experience went well. I didn't swell up that much. It didn't hurt that much. I didn't have that bruised feeling. If you've ever been tattooed and you're quite sensitive like me, you'll know that bruised feeling after being tattooed. Your skin just feels tender. My skin felt fine. I don't know whether it's the placement of it. I think if it's like lower down on my arm or anything, it might be a different issue. I have quite an issue with lower arm tattoos. I just always feel bruised and sensitive. But I think because this is quite a fleshy, wobbly bit, it wasn't so bad, so I'm grateful for that. But like I was saying, it healed within 2 weeks. Now I want to give you guys a quick warning. I mentioned this in my Facebook group, but I'm going to tell you guys if you're not part of that. I had my first ever reaction to Sanaderm, and can we just play a little violin please? I was not okay when I noticed this. So basically, on the Saturday when I come home, I gave it a good clean and then I just left it. I will be honest, I didn't put anything on it, I didn't cover it, nothing. I just left it because it had been in cling film for a good, gosh, when did I get home? I think it was in cling film for a good 6-7 hours before I got home and got to clean it. So I was like, you know what, it needs a break. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to clean it and then I'll clean it in the morning and then look at it in the morning. So I did just sleep with nothing on it. I have never done that before. It turned out alright, obviously. I think that's maybe why it healed so quickly. I don't know, like I've done different things this time to heal this tattoo. So yeah, I left it that night and then I woke up the next morning, I gave it a good clean, it looked fine, it wasn't swollen or anything like that. So again, that might have something to do with the fact that it was uncovered. I'm not sure, I might have to put this theory to test with another tattoo. And then later that day, so I left it all uncovered again that whole day. I just kept cleaning it. And then Liam come over and then he put Sanaderm on it, because I was going to use Sanaderm because it's something I love. I love Sanaderm, it's handy. But then when we woke up on the Monday, I had like the, what do you call it? I'll keep rolling up my arm. Should I leave my arm rolled up? I don't know. I had that sort of tattoo plasma all stuck inside the Sanaderm. When Liam put it on, there wasn't any air bubbles, I think, or there might have been 1 or 2, but you're not meant to have air bubbles. But when we woke up, I had this massive air bubble and loads of black stuff in the air bubble. So I was like, I'm gonna have to take this off. I cannot leave this air bubble full of gross blackness for a week. I just can't leave it on there. So we peeled it off, and then we noticed, I'm gonna put a picture up here. It's not too graphic or anything, but I'm gonna put a picture here. I had, oh, you guys aren't going to see it. I hope you might be able to see it on the close-up, but I had a line of blisters here from where the Sanaderm ended. Now, I've got a feeling it was because it was hot. We had this massive heat wave. It was getting up to like 30 degrees, which isn't hot for most countries, but for England that's hot because we don't have aircon anywhere. Like, aircon is unheard of in England, like in houses and stuff. Like restaurants, well, some restaurants have it and supermarkets have it, but that's about it. Like houses, we don't have aircon, so it's unbearable to have a heat wave in England, let me tell you. So I've got a feeling it's got something to do with the heat, because I never had issues when I used it on my back and on my ankle for my other tattoos that I had in winter. So that's all I'm gonna think it is. So I'm not gonna continue to use Sanaderm in summer anymore. I'll see if I get a tattoo this winter or next winter or whatever, and I'll see if it happens again. If it happens again, then maybe I've just all of a sudden developed this allergic reaction to Sanaderm, which is so gutting. Like, I loved it and it's so handy. So what I did to heal this, I used coconut oil. I just used coconut oil, and then I started to use Lush's Dream Cream. And honestly, I don't know, like this method has worked for me so well, and it's very basic. I normally want to be quite high-tech and use new things and fancy things, but this was just like an old school way of healing it. Coconut oil, Lush's Dream Cream. Oh my god, you guys, people in my group said to put tattoo aftercare in the fridge. Oh my god, the sweet relief of having cold moisturizing cream on a fresh healing tattoo. It was orgasmic. I swear to god, I could have jizzed everywhere. I could have made a flood from my vagina. It felt that good. So I highly recommend that. So thank you to the people that recommended to do that. It was great. It was amazing. So yeah, it's all healed now and I'm loving it. It's one of my favorite pieces. I can't, you know, rate it enough. It's absolutely amazing. So if you guys want to get tattooed by Danny, I just highly recommend it. He was so over the moon with his work, which was absolutely adorable. He was like, yeah, I'm happy with this. And he's like, oh, I love pizza. He had like this accent. I'm not going to try and do it, but he didn't speak too much. We didn't like have a full-on conversation or anything, but he was really happy with his work, and that's what I love. He was just so pleased with it, and I've never seen an artist like that before. Like, obviously I've been tattooed by people who love doing what they're doing and they're really happy with what they do, but like, I don't know, Danny was just like, he was just so excited about his own tattoo. It was just so adorable. It was really cute. So I definitely want to get tattooed by him again. I'll probably get something on my legs from him. I think it'd be really cool if he did a witch for me, because I've said in the past that I want a witch's head, a green one. I don't know if he'd be okay to do a full green face though. I'm not sure if he's ever done that before, but I think that'd be cool. I'd definitely get tattooed by him. I highly recommend him. He's just got so much passion and love for what he does. There was no meaning behind the tattoo either, in case anyone wanted to know. I didn't say anything like that. But yeah, I love pizza, that's it. And I love like lingerie, and I love pin-ups. And she has tattoos. I have an Inception tattoo type thing. I have a tattoo that has tattoos, which is cool. I've not had anything like that before. And yeah, she's just gorgeous. She's an absolute babe. I love her so much. Oh, while I was there, I got this t-shirt from Danny. My face just disappears, but I bought that, and I picked up these as well, these like little card things from the studio, and then I got this t-shirt that's wet because I've just washed it, so excuse that. I got this 7 Doors t-shirt as well while I was there, because I thought, why not? Because the tattoo ended up being cheaper than what I was quoted. I was quoted up to £320, but it ended up being 220 for the size it is and for the quality that it is. That's just like, it's so good. I was just like, wait, what? Only? Okay, I'm not gonna question it. So I tipped Danny £15. I bought his t-shirt. I bought a studio t-shirt as well, just to up it a little bit, because I was like, this is too cheap. Let me just buy some other things. I want to put more money into the studio because I had a good time. The studio is stunning as well. It's really nice. I highly recommend 7 Doors in London. So I think that's everything I have to say on the whole experience. It was amazing, it was good, and I enjoyed it so much. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing very well, and until my next video, bye.